We're Will and Jen. Last week, I drove with my mom down the Blue Ridge Parkway from Virginia to North Carolina and stopped at some cool spots along the route. This week, we're in Asheville, North Carolina. Follow along as we visit the Biltmore Estate, take a tube ride down the river, and drive up to the tallest peak east of the Mississippi. Good morning, or should I say afternoon, everybody. We are finally in Asheville, and today we are spending most of our day at the Biltmore Estate. So our tour is in a couple hours, but we came over to Antler Village and Winery, where they have some shops and restaurants.
Just for the shops, not the wine.
No, not at all. We're actually in search of a place where we can get like a charcuterie board or something, because we're not too hungry. So we're gonna check that out and then head over for our Biltmore tour in a little bit. Finally found the place we were looking for, right? We got a glass of wine. So we're just gonna have a light lunch and then I'm gonna go actually get a tour of the Biltmore house. I'm excited because last time Will and I were here, we got tickets for the whole tour, but then we ended up being a little bit late because we got stuck tubing down the river. So we didn't get to see any of the inside of the house last time. We only walked around the estate. So this time we're gonna get a full inside and outside tour. You found your way out of the maze? This looks like something from a horror movie. We finished at Antler Village and we got a surprise at the end because I think a snake had wandered into the village. So we see this guy walk past like the village police.
Snake man.
And he had his bag that had a snake on the side, and he had his like big tweezer thing.
Tweezers?
His big pickup stick to get the snake. But we went around the corner to try to see it, and we got there like right after he put the snake in the bag and cinched the sack. But now we drove like a half an hour. Like this estate is like a maze trying to get to where you're going. So we like drove around the whole estate for like a half an hour. And but we made it over to where they have shuttles for the Biltmore house. So we're about to jump on the shuttle and head over there for our actual tour of the house. So here we go. If you've never heard of the Biltmore, it's the largest privately owned house in the United States. It was built for George Washington Vanderbilt II between 1889 and 1895 and features 250 rooms and around 4 acres of floor space. The tour we chose to do included an audio guide for each person. As you entered a new room, there would be a number to enter into your audio device. Then you'd hold it up to your ear like a phone and listen to a recording about the history and background of that room. FYI, there's not AC in the Biltmore, so in the summer months I'm sure it can get quite hot in there. We visited in early June and found it getting pretty warm in certain parts of the house. There are 4 floors in the Biltmore home that you get to see on the tour. The ground floor features a beautiful winter garden, billiards room, banquet hall complete with an organ, music room, and a 2-story library with a secret entrance. On the second floor, you'll find another living hall, George Vanderbilt's bedroom and his wife's bedroom, as well as a few other bedrooms in the house. The basement level featured activity rooms, including an indoor swimming pool, a bowling alley, and a gym with some interesting fitness equipment. Our feet were a bit tired after the home tour, so we decided to drive through the rest of the estate. Close to the home is a gorgeous formal garden and conservatory, and beyond that are acres of beautifully landscaped property, as well as a pond and a lagoon. If you're planning on visiting Asheville, the Biltmore is a must-see while you're here. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So it's our second day in Asheville, and our plan for today is we're trying to tube down the river, but it's a little dependent on weather right now because all this week they're getting storms off and on in this area, and it looks like we're supposed to start tubing at 2 and it ends at like 4:30, and storms are coming in at 5. So I might see if we can get it a little bit earlier, just because I'm worried if the storm comes a little bit early, we're gonna get stuck out in the thunder and lightning on the river. So we're gonna go and get some like canned drinks, and then there's this place that does pre-boxed charcuterie boards, so you can see the theme going on with us.
The new rage.
We actually were able to do our tubing experience 2 hours early. I called them and they had availability, so I think we're gonna be able to have sun for most of our tubing today and avoid any rain and storms. So you park at the place and then they take you on a bus up the river, so that when you're done and you get off the river, your car's right there, which is pretty cool. We are on the river now. We have our cooler tube, which is actually really convenient because we have our cooler in it, our dry bag, and our paddle. So they said that there's islands at some point in the middle that you can actually like stop at. So we could always stop at an island to eat our lunch and have a picnic. Well, we'll see if it's nice. You don't know what's on that island. It could be like Lost. You never get off. This is my view. Isn't this cooler tube so convenient though? Because otherwise all of our stuff we'd have to like keep on us.
Plus I got a footrest.
I know.
But
So
the water is very cold.
it actually feels good now on my feet to me. But what we do is I put my feet up on here, and then we're just one big log going down the river. There is an obstacle in our path. Are we going to hit it? Or are we gonna go around it?
Look, I'm gonna go around it. You made it.
Why is there a random big ass log out? Oh my god! This is like the Titanic! Oh no! I don't want to hit it, Mom! I don't want to hit it! Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, it's a big rock and a log sitting on it. Well, that was a life-changing experience. Last year, Will and I took a travel trailer down here, and his sisters met us. So we were a little bit outside of Asheville, and we found this place where you can go tubing, but it was like a much smaller river, and there was like more areas that got a little faster. So I'm waiting to see if this river will be the same. We're on the French Broad River that runs right around Asheville, so it's like kind of a quintessential Asheville thing to go tubing down the river.
Time to do some social media.
Hey, I should have brought my laptop out here, working remotely. Mom, look up. There's some random men on the riverside that are just looking at us as we go by. Not awkward at all. Ooh, look at this. Ah! It looks really dramatic, but then it's nothing. I think it's about time to break open the cooler. So we went to this place. It's called South Slope Cheese Company, and they have these little charcuterie boards already made and packaged up. So we each got one of these. So we were gonna stop at an island, but it looks like it's really just the islands are like big rocks in the water. And oh, I see one up there though, but the couple of the islands were occupied, so we were gonna just eat on the tube. At least I'm gonna start. We just beached ourselves so that we could eat some lunch. I want to stick you guys right here. My charcuterie board has gotten all tossed around.
No, it'll get wet.
I know, that's just as soon as we stop to eat, it starts raining. You guys don't know,
Matt has an aversion to pickles. Like, if a pickle's on his plate, he won't eat his food. I don't really like pickles either, but I'm not like,
It touched my burger. I can't eat it.
curse you, Mother Nature.
This is the life. Having someone paddle you down the river.
Huh? Don't bite me. Hello. 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 Don't attack me, please. Hello. Hi. Hi. Oh my God. It's over there. Hi.
We're okay. If you got babies here, we're not bothering
We
you.
don't have any food though.
All right.
Curbside delivery.
Thank you so much.
For your visit to Mount Mitchell State Park, where you'll experience nature at the top.
Good morning, everyone. So we made the hour drive this morning from where we were staying to Asheville all the way up to Mount Mitchell, which is the tallest mountain east of the Mississippi. And I think we dropped over 10 degrees coming up here. So Will and I came here last year, so I knew like what to expect, but it's just crazy seeing it again because when you first get on the parkway, you know, it's just like a lot of trees, like it's very dense forest, and like the further and further up you go, you start seeing where that like starts to dissipate a little bit, and you have more of these like alpine trees, and you can just tell that like not as many species of trees can obviously grow at this altitude, so the landscape just totally changes in just an hour drive. Oh, there she is. Did you relieve yourself? Is your bladder gladder?
Yes.
Also to the altitude changes, so it's a short walk up to the tower, but like you feel it more than you normally would because you're not getting as much
Almost got
oxygen.
winded just going to the bathroom.
Can I pet your dog?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, baby.
She's panting because we went to the top of the
Oh yeah.
It's hard, isn't it?
You are so
Love Goldens.
I have one at
do.
home. Yeah.
This color or is it?
He's actually pretty close to that color.
Hi, baby.
I know. How old is she?
Aw,
You're a baby.
Mine's dramatic.
I know. It's a short walk, but it's tiring with the altitude, isn't it? It's like a 5-minute walk, but you have to stop like 3 times to catch your breath.
To get used to the altitude.
Right, and it's an incline too, it's just combined. They have this at every cardinal direction, and they show you like what you know. No, we don't have a very clear view today, so we can't really see a lot. Yeah, mostly over just there, but it'll show you like when you're facing this direction, the different mountain peaks you see and everything.
I'm not sure I really want to go here though. Point Misery.
And Little Butt. And Little Butt. that's gonna about wrap up this video. We just got on the road and we have about a 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive from Asheville to Gatlinburg. So we have a couple cool things planned. We're gonna probably check out, I think we're gonna be driving through the Smoky Mountains, but I think one day we might try to go into the national park. So that about wraps up this video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos with Mama.
Yes!
And we'll have at least one more video of our trip together for you guys. So tune in next week for our video in Gatlinburg. And if you want to get our videos every week and don't want to miss them, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye!
And we ordered charcuterie. Where are we at?
Who the f knows?
Watch your language. This is a child programming.
All our goodies.
All our goodies for tuning.
Hey, old lady has a super sale. You want anything?
I feel like a little orphan eating crackies out in the rain.
Oh, oh.
That's a doggy.
Huh? 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 Huh?
There's the restaurant, but don't worry, it's closed. Come back next year.